Hey guys, Peachy here with an update regarding the Season 33 Pokemon Cup Series playoffs. I'll be a little quick here, but I just want to let you guys know that I am expanding the playoffs this season to 20 drivers. I know it may seem like it's a little too much, but I looked back at the points, and I just felt that having Ian Canario miss the playoffs with being the only driver with a win and missing the playoffs just didn't make any sense. So I've decided to put Canario in the playoffs with that one win, and I've added another driver to make it an even number of 20, because originally I was going to expand the playoff field from 16 cars to 18 because of what happened in Kentucky. Then Canario was the odd man out with the only driver with a win that would have been not in the playoffs, but it just didn't seem right, so I'm going to put Canario in the playoffs, and I added one more driver to it to make it an even 20. And that is Brandon Tharp. As you can see in the updated points after Montegi, you can see Brandon Tharp is ahead in the 6th position. I had a little error there beforehand where I accidentally added the points from the one of the last season's races into this mark, and it was my bad, my mistake. But I did update it with all the races for this season, and Brandon Tharp was the highest in the points without a win, other than Colin Francis, but Francis got in after winning at Kentucky's overtime finish, even though that won't count towards the win list, and only Steve Morgan will get credit for the win at Kentucky. But because Francis won the overtime attempt, then he will be in the playoffs regardless. So anyway, Tharp is the one that got in. And the difference was 1 point between Tharp and Balvin, believe it or not. Tharp would have won the tiebreaker, though, if they tied with 4-2. Cassandra Kirker, though, was 7 points behind Tharp. And Lopez was 9th, and Kukulon was 10th in points. And all will not be in the playoffs this season. So you can pause the video to find where you stand in the points. So overall, the right is the final regular season point standings. And of course, we will have the playoffs set up for you in our next race. So I'm going to show you the last bit of the playoff field. Excuse me. I'm just showing you the last bit of the points here. Before we not use this anymore for the season, because we're going to be using playoff points this time for the rest of the season. So here are the playoff points. As you can see here, everybody has 2,000 points plus 3 points for every win they got for every win this season before the playoffs. And of course, top 10s, the top 10 highest, the most highest statistic drivers, the top 10 best drivers will get bonus points as well from 15-1. Roger Ray, since he's regular season champion, in the Pokemon Cup Series, he will get the bonus 15 points along with his 2009 points he got. So he will be the top seed in the playoffs coming into the first round. Christian Vargas is the second highest among the drivers. He has 3 wins though, so the wins take priority and then the points in terms of the statistics. So the top 10 best drivers get bonus points, but wins come first and then points. And then Vargas 3 wins with 10 second highest, so 10 wins, so 10-point bonus along with 2009 points. He gets 2019 right now. 2 wins for Justin Roberts, John Mendez, Carter Friesen. They all were 2-time winners. Roberts, however, was the highest among the 2-time winners in points in 11th. So he gets 8 bonus points along with the points he already had. Then the second highest was John Mendez, 24th. With 24th in points, so he gets an extra 7. And the Carter Friesen was 3rd highest. I did have the error with having Friesen's name by accident with 2 different Friesens, but he would have had 490 points, which would have been lower than John Mendez's 493. So he's the 3rd highest among the 2-time winners. He gets 6 bonus points. And Alex Hawkins, the second. He had the second most points regular season, but he only gets 5 bonus points because wins take priority first in terms of the bonus 15-1 point system. We've changed that this season just to ensure that the best drivers, the ones with the most wins, get the most points in terms of the playoffs. And Hawkins will get 5 bonus points. Bradley gets 4 bonus points, Fitzwater 3, Duthit 2, and Yepes 1. And that's all the standings. They should be stood up there as well. So, and the rest have 2,003 points. And Cullen Francis and Brandon Thorpe, since they did not get wins this season, they will get 2,000 points, and that's it. So it's going to be a very interesting run to the playoffs here to start off. However, for the first three races in the first round, of course, the winner gets automatically entered in the next round of the playoffs, and that applies to all rounds except for the championship 4. However, instead of 4 or 6 drivers being eliminated from the first round, we will eliminate half the field. And that's going to leave us almost half the field, I should say. Not exactly half the field, but it's almost half the field. That's going to leave us with 12 drivers, like in round 2 as normal. So we'll go from 20 drivers to 12 drivers after that first round. That way we can proceed with the playoffs after the first round as normal. So second round we'll only have 12 drivers in the playoffs. Third round we'll have 8. And the final round has, of course, 4. And that way the playoffs would proceed under normal circumstances after round 1. So it'll be a 20-car playoff field, and 8 drivers will be eliminated. 8 drivers, I say 8, will be eliminated after round 1. A lot of drivers, but it's going to be a very tight battle in the first round to survive to round 2 into the final 12. So, and if there's any tie for advancement, that the driver that achieved the best finish among the first round playoff races will advance the playoffs, or will stay alive to fight another round. If they both have the same best finish, the one that got it first will be the one that advances into the next round. So it's going to be very tight. I know the playoffs are going to be real tight to start off, so it's going to be a lot of fun for the playoffs overall. So anyway, I'm still thinking about whether or not to keep the current format of 12 drivers in the X Series playoffs and 8 drivers in the Truck Series playoffs. I will likely change that though, but I will figure it out. I will have to try to figure out how to change that. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed hope you guys will enjoy these playoff races, and I'll think about what to do with the X and Truck Series playoffs. So anyway, good luck to every playoff driver in the field. This is Pichu London. I'll see you later.